Welcome to Metal Titans, Guardians of Metal Entertainment Worldwide. I am speaking to Paul Allender of Cradle of Filth. Thank you, Paul, for taking the time to do this interview today.
It's a pleasure. Pleasure's good.
Saw yesterday on Facebook that you designed a guitar to give away. How did you come up with the ideas for the design?
I basically, when I left the band for a couple of years, I bought myself a PRS. It was like a second-hand CE Bolton, and I just fell in love with them straight away. And coming back into the band, I decided to try and basically design one. Just to be honest, it was just for like the sheer hell of it. To be honest, I'd never had any idea that they were actually going to do it. So I basically took a picture from their website of a photograph of one of their PRSs and took it in the Photoshop and pretty much changed everything about it. You know, the inlays, the colour of it, and the switch positions and everything. Send it off to them. And as I said, I wasn't expecting to hear from them at all. But then, like, literally a couple of months later, I'll get an email back telling me they're going to make it. And I was like, wow, really? So they made it, and they made it into the private stock first, and they were like sending me the guitars.
Mm-hmm.
And then they told me they were going to make an SE version. And so I designed like a bit more of a stripped down version of the guitar, and they said, no, we want it to look exactly the same. I went, okay, cool. So yeah, they made it, and pretty much like all the SE guitars are for sale in the shops now.
Yeah, that's really cool.
To be honest.
Yeah. With the new album, what particular influences inspired the guitar riffs and the musical aspect? Like, what particularly inspired you for this album?
I wanted to make a faster album, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
I'm always into like faster type playing, but also I wanted to actually try and have a bit more melody and like feeling into it.
Okay.
Because I'm one of those like guitar players that I don't really know all about anything. I just play with like feeling and heart, you know, and I play what I think sounds good personally to myself. So I mean, I get inspiration from anywhere. I can just be sitting down watching a film, and all of a sudden I might hear I don't know, two chords on a film and the backing music, and all of a sudden I'll get like floods of ideas. Or I'll listen to someone else play, then all of a sudden that will like inspire me to like come up with a completely different riff. But I'd get inspiration from somebody else playing. It just comes from anywhere, to be honest.
Oh, cool.
It's the same with like when I'm doing artwork as well. I just get inspiration from anywhere.
Exactly. With the theme of the album being mostly about Lilith, does the idea of her symbolize anything to you personally or to the band?
Lilith's always been part of Cradle of Filth, like from Dust and Her Embrace.
Yeah.
Because we had like a fan base called, I think it was the Cult of Lilith. We had various pendants and stuff made of the statuette of her.
Oh, cool.
So she's always been around. But yeah, so I mean now, listening to this album, I know when the lyrics were being done and the concept idea was kicking around for it, it quite resembled some of the feelings of like Cruelty. And obviously you can't do another album about Elizabeth Bathory, so Lilith was the next best option, to be honest.
Oh, okay. This album also is the first to not have an all-instrumental track. Was it a feature that didn't fit the idea of the album, or was it just something that more or less wasn't considered on the drawing board of the album?
Yeah, we wanted something different, to be honest. We was always sticking instrumental stuff in, like orchestral pieces, you know, tracks. So this time we decided not to do it, just to try and make it a little bit different. To make room or more like songs instead of orchestral pieces. So yeah, that was intentional.
Okay, cool. With the photo shoot for this record, has a more unique fashion design along with the new makeup for Danny and kind of a more unique look for Danny instead of having what he used to look like before. What influences went behind the idea of this photo shoot? Was it more of a band idea, or was it maybe photographers that got together and helped pitch in the idea?
It was photographers.
Oh, really?
Like, they wanted to try something a bit different. I mean, don't get me wrong, we didn't get told what we were doing. We obviously went along with it as well.
Okay.
But yeah, it was more of we wanted to try and go for a bit of a different image.
Yeah.
This time, you know, instead of like doing the same old thing over and over again. That's what always seems to happen. The band gets stuck in a rut, and they just keep going and like do something completely different. So, and then also with the makeup, you know, it's just so boring just doing the usual like black and white stuff with lines and everything. Everybody's doing it. So it's just boring. So we try to keep the same similar things, but go a bit more out of the box. If you know what I mean?
Yeah. The photo shoot looks really good, coming from a photographer's standpoint too. So. Is there a song on the new album that you are personally attached to?
Yeah, there's a couple. I really like Lilith Immaculate.
Okay.
And, One Fell Step. They're really good. I'm not particularly attached to them, to be honest, because I like all of them as a whole, you know.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I really like those two. Also, we play those two live, and it goes down really well.
Oh, really? Cool. I can't wait to find out in Vancouver, so.
You'll find out. But I actually played 3 tracks of the new album live.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Look forward to hearing it then. You have a strong passion for both guitar and martial arts. Does the strength and energy of martial arts help you with your guitar playing at all?
I wouldn't say particularly as in playing wise, but it helps as in on the discipline front. You know, because I've been around it for like fighting arts for so long, like since I was 6 years old, you know. And it's pretty much it's a lesson really like worth putting in the time, you know, and learning, because the discipline and the respect and self-respect and respect for other people and stuff, it really helps make you into like a really decent human being, you know.
Okay.
But yeah, it's definitely given me like a work ethic, a very high work ethic actually, by actually learning the fighting arts.
Okay. Now, with Cradle of Filth, you guys used to be on Roadrunner Records, but now you guys have moved to Nuclear Blast Records. Was this a big decision for the band, and what kind of benefits came with signing to Nuclear Blast for this album?
Well, we're Nuclear Blast USA, but in England we're with Peaceville Records.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, I don't know, our contract comes to the end with Roadrunner.
Oh, okay.
And they offered us another deal, but the way they started treating us, and they were just more interested in like Nickelback and Slipknot, to be honest.
Oh.
And they also sacked 2 of the main metal guys, and they told them that they weren't doing that sort of music anymore.
Oh, okay.
It's like, yeah, really, okay, it's a good job we left them, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so I mean, the Peaceville's been brilliant. We've had box sets, we've played TV, we've toured, and like, I've got interviews coming out my ears, which are amazing.
Cool. Well, thank you, Paul, for conducting this interview for Metal Titans. Before we finish, is there anything you would like to send out to the fans?
Yeah, you know, I just want to say that thank you very much for the support of you guys. You know, we wouldn't be able to do this if it wasn't for you. Hopefully you like the new album, and yeah, and also I've been doing a web chat as well, so feel free to come and join the web chat. It's advertised as well. So I'm going to be doing a web chat on the bus, and so everybody can see what it will be like on the bus and get to talk to the rest of the band as well as me. You know, and yeah, see you on the road.
Cool. Thank you, Paul.